Hello. Well, I'll speak a bit more about this drum machine. I think this is the chapter 6 already. I'm gonna try to summarize the more important operations. We have to have clear that there is two kind of different operations. One is on the preset side and the other one is on the user side. You cannot modify the things that are recorded or prepared on the preset side. To modify them, you have to copy them at the user side. We've seen this in videos before. You can check the other videos. Some other important buttons here on the top of this drum machine are this one that says pattern sound. With this one you can choose between a pattern itself from the drum machine or for a whole song which is done with different patterns. Also this button which says perform compose. Perform is kind of plain. You play something that is already recorded or a preset in the machine, and compose is more like if you are recording new things, like recording new stuff. Also we have these 12 pads here where you can assign different sounds. For that we use this button here, which is the drum set. And we also have the record setup, which is this one, that we, before we want to record our own pattern here or our own song, we have to check if the record setup is okay and put it the way we want the machine to work. Okay, then, between the interesting thing of this drum machine is the fact that you can do your own patterns, record your own patterns, just to make later a sound with them. We already saw an example before in some other video, but I think it's interesting enough. I'm going to do another example. So here we go. Okay, first thing to do is to check the drum we're going to use. In this case, I'm going to drum set, and I choose for the number 00, which is the one I prepared before, is the one I want to use. I hit again drum set, and I check that the sound of my pads are the right ones for me. Should be a bass snare here, which it is, a snare here, a tom here, another one, another tom here. Alright, crash, close head, and open head. I have nothing here, just in case I make a mistake, nothing here. So now that I'm sure that I have the right setup for the drum, I will start to work with a new pattern. Okay, so I'm sure I'm in an empty pad here, and with this button I go to the compose mode because I want a record, and the screen change a little bit. I can see the quantity sign there and the click sign there, and it says compose. And the tempo is 100. I'm going to leave it like this. So I'm going to be recording this first pattern of the number 05A. So if I hit play, I will start to hear the click going on. And I can start the record using the pads. There we go. I make a mistake, so I erase the drum bass and I'll try to record it on top of that again. Okay, I think that's all right. If I want to hear it without the click, I go to the perform mode here, and I can hear it just without the click. Okay, that's all right. So what I'll do next, I'll copy this one to the 05B user. Copy. It asks me where I want to copy. I'll say 05B user, play, and say copy is done. So now if I go to the 05B, I will hear this pattern here, which now is exactly the same pattern like the 05A, because I copied. Now, if I go back to the compose mode, I can modify this last pattern I copied, the 05B. For example, I hit play. I'm going to hear it, and I'm going to change the pattern to make it different. For example, I'm going to erase the drum bass, put a new one. I hit the erase button on the drum bass, and the drum disappear, and I can record a new one on top of that. Now it's slightly wrong, so I have to do it again. I'll try it again. That's better, that's better. I'll put some right on top of that as well, to use it in another part of the song, for example. There we go. That's all right. So now I have two patterns, the 05A and the 05B. Let's check the 05A again on the perform mode. 05A, there we go. And now I put the B, it changed to the other one. So I have two different patterns already. I'm going to go back to the A pattern. The change from the B pattern to the A pattern always happens after the A beats here. So this means you're always on time. Okay. Well, but it's even better because you can do transition or variation between one pattern and the other using the fills. So we're going to copy the 05B user to this field here. So I say copy, and I write 05A field. Okay, I play and I copy this pattern to the 05A field. So when I play it, I can start here. I hit the fill. You see, it's a slight variation on top of that. But if I go to the 05A fill, I hit play, I will hear what I recorded. Again, if I go to the compose mode, I may change that fill. So now it sounds like that. I want to make it more complicated, so I'm going to put some toms to make it work like a variation, a transition between one pattern and the other. Something like that. There we go. Yeah. That's nice, that's okay. So if I go to the perform mode, I can listen to that fill. That's alright. And now the 05B user I'm going to copy again to another fill. This time it's going to be 05B fill instead of A fill. So I'll have another variation. It says copy. So now if I hit 05B fill, I will hear this variation again. So in this way we have different patterns and different variations that we can use to make more complex sound. So now we're going to listen to the 05B fill user in the compose mode. We're going to try to change this one for another variation. We'll try to put a snare and some toms. Okay, that's not bad. So now if I go back to the perform mode here, I can listen all the 4 patterns I make. We start with the 05A, see how it sounds. Then we go to the 05B. That's 05B. We're going to use a fill. So we're back on the A1. We're going to use the other fill now. So this is how it will sound altogether. Okay, thank you. See you next video.